became 17, I joined the Navy. I hitchhiked up to Rome and joined the Navy and took my physical. And they were slow to call me, and I got drafted before I got in the Navy. I wanted to go in the Navy, and I would have stayed 4 years in the Navy and probably retired out of the Navy. But and I got a letter from Mama one day when I was in Italy that the Navy, two naval personnel came down to the house to get me in big officers' uniforms, I understand. I wasn't there. So let me see. I was in Italy, what, a year and a half, I guess, northern Italy.
Why did you go ahead and go into the military, and why didn't you just finish high school?
I wanted to go in the military. It was my choice. I could have gotten a deferment to stay out, but I wanted to get in the war, and I really wanted to go. I didn't want to. I told the doctors over there, I said, I do not want to be turned down for any kind of physical thing. I only weighed 118 pounds when I was 18 years old, and I was afraid they was going to turn me down, and they almost did, but I begged them not to turn me down because I really wanted to get over there, you know. And I went, and it came out good.
Yeah.
You won the war.
Yeah. So where'd you go to basic training? Tell us about that. Where'd you first report?
Boy, that was terrible. I was in Louisiana, Camp Claiborne, Louisiana, and I trained for the Japanese invasion. We was going to be one of the first units in the invasion of Japan. Down the swamps of Louisiana, we had a really tough time. I went through basic training twice because abscess came on my elbow, my arm, and I stayed in the hospital 2 weeks. And I had to go through basic training again, a whole cycle again, to get out. And we were told in that invasion, 8 out of each 10 of us would have been killed or wounded in that invasion. But 2 days before I was to leave for the invasion, going to California, get on a ship, they dropped atomic bombs, and Japan surrendered. It probably saved my life.
So that was in August of 1945.
Yeah,
and
right.
All the war was through, so...
Well, Japan surrendered, and then we was having problems in Italy. Yugoslavia was trying to take over Italy, so they sent me to Italy. And for the whole, I was over there a year, and I drew combat pay for the whole 12 months I was there, because we had skirmishes back and forth between Yugoslavia the whole time I was there. And I was 12 miles from Yugoslav border where I was stationed in the 313th Combat Engineer Battalion, 88th Infantry Division. And it was touch and go the whole time over there with those Yugoslavs. And it was pretty exciting. I was a CW operator, code operator, and we didn't send anything in plain text. Everything's in 5-letter word groups. We had little top secret machines. You could put a plain text message in that machine, and it would come out in 5-letter word groups. And we sent that in Morse code, and it was never broken. The code was never broken. Yugoslavia was copying everything we could send on the air, and they never knew what we were doing or what we were planning or anything, so everything was Morse code over there.
So while you were in Italy, even though World War II was over, you still had some Germans around.
No, it was well, the Germans, we had the Germans behind barbed wire. I know the Germans I guarded was either old men or young boys like me. And I liked the Germans. If I was going back to war, I'd want the Germans on one side of me, and I'd want the British on the other side.
Because the Germans were better soldiers. So, well, how was Italy? How'd you like Italy?
They were good people. They did our laundry. The ladies had passes to come in our camp, and they would come in and bring our clean laundry, and we all quit smoking because we was getting $100 a carton for cigarettes. And we were selling the ladies our cigarettes, and I don't know, they must have got $200 a carton for them because the Italians didn't have any cigarettes or tobacco was there. So we all quit smoking. And I had bales of money, Italian money then, but it wasn't worth anything much. But the Italian women, they had it real bad. They had no soap, and they would wash our laundry in creeks on rocks. They had, and they were real clean too. And I don't know how, they had no electricity to iron. They'd build a fire and had these irons that heat with, you know, and did a real good job on them, real good job.
So, how long, you recall how long you were over in Italy and when you came back?
I was over a year, 12 months, yeah. That's how long we had to stay, and we had enough points to get back out.
Yeah.
But if you re-upped, you could re-up, and a lot of them re-up and stayed over there because they enjoy it over there. I didn't enjoy it that much. I wanted to get back to high school, and right after Christmas, when school started back, I went back into high school, and I went 3 or 4 months, whatever it was, 5 months, and got my diploma.
So,
see, I had a lot of credits built up from schools I had been to in the military. They had a book, how many points they could give me, you know. And
so when you got in, you were hoping to get in and get in on a little action, but
I almost did if the Japanese hadn't surrendered.
Obviously, you were relieved.
It really didn't matter to me. I was 18 years old, and I was wanting some action. You know, I was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And it was going to be bayonet fighting. We had bayonet fighting day after day after day practicing, and the Japanese were big on bayonets. They had very little ammunition over there, we was told. So it was going to be bad.
Well, what about the guard duty on the Yugoslav border? You had to pull some guard duty?
Oh yeah, we had guard duty. I kept around in my chamber all the time over there, you know, in the safety of just looking. I did shoot somebody.
I guess being from Cedartown, Georgia, being over there was a little bit different.
Oh yeah, it was real different. Cold too. It was real freezing cold over there. You'd wear everything you owned, you wore because it was so cold up on the Yugoslav border up in northern Italy. And we had no heat either. We had no oil, nothing for heat. And at night you slept in everything you owned to keep warm, you know. And we had 1 or 2 army blankets and sleeping bag.
So what did your parents think about you going to
they were all right with it. They was signing the papers. Yeah, see, everybody was military minded when I was during that period of time, because when the guy got 16 or 17 years old, they was wanting to get in the military.